I know you're a Dwight Howard fan. You're going to see him transition out soon. You saw him come in. You're going to see him leave soon. Where would you like to see? Would you like to see the reunion? There's rumblings. There are rumblings between Dwight and the Magic. Would you like to see that reunion?
No, thank you. Um, I will say this too. I started really watching basketball again when the Magic were finally getting good again. And I know that
Mm,
sounds like, if anything, bandwagony, but I've always been a Magic fan, and I've come and gone with all of the sports. I've watched every sport at some point, even soccer. Um, Basketball is one of the only ones I've actually come back to and watched a lot of. And the Magic were always my team, so I came back and started watching it when they got good. It was like same time, but even at that time, I was very much bored with the style. Um, Dwight Howard has always been fun to watch on the defensive end for me. Like,
mm,
you see some highlights, that's nice. Um, but he was no Shaq. He was not that exciting to watch. In the style of play with some of our other players, Rashard Lewis, Turkoglu, um, even to a point, Jameer Nelson for some, that they could be exciting for some, but their general style of play, pass it into Dwight, pass it back out, that wasn't exciting to me. Dwight wasn't as exciting on the offensive end. I liked Dwight Howard for the sake of he was on my team and that he was great at what he did, but he was never
mm.
one of my favorite players. I never wanted the Dwight Howard jersey while he was there. I wanted the Lewis jersey,
Mm.
actually. Um,
Wow.
so I just don't really so much mind not having him back. I'm sure some people would like to, but not for me. No, no, I'm good. He
Cortez,
he can go
look,
retire in Atlanta in his hometown.
Cortez is going to kick you out of the Magic Nation for that one.
At least
Even though
I'm
you
being
shouted
honest.
out Jameer. You shouted out Jameer, so that's
I
what
know I
Cortez
saved
does.
myself a little bit. I mentioned Jameer. I did that on purpose.
I'll say this. You guys have plenty of bigs right now. I think if you didn't have so many bigs, I would be okay with him coming back to Orlando because let's just be honest. Dwight Howard has had a decent NBA career, but he's been in the shit since he left Orlando. Let's
Yeah,
just be real. Um, in his short time in Orlando, I believe it was 6 or 7 years. Um, he was one of the most impactful players in the history of that franchise. Now, was he offensively gifted? Absolutely not. He was always robotic with his move. He was just robotic. But for some crazy reason, he scared the shit out of other teams offensively to where they always double teamed him, which opened up Rashard Lewis, Hedo Turkoglu, Jameer Nelson, JJ Redick, who is Jesus in Orlando. So that's why you guys were able to have that 3 point barrage that you guys had because the White drew so much attention in the paint.
yeah, yeah.
Which is ridiculous to me because he wasn't a great offensive threat. It's so ridiculous that it happened. And I grew up watching the inside outside game. So I loved it. I absolutely love it. Teams don't play that way anymore. Philly kind of they try it, but they just don't as great as Embiid is, they just don't because they can't never keep the shooters consistent. So, but Philly tries it. So
Hmm.
I actually love that style of basketball. I grew up on it, but it's just crazy to me that post Orlando, he's an afterthought, and I do believe will it save his career? No, he's on the way out. We know that. Will it save his peace of mind? Yes, because he seems to need that, and no place you know what they say is not always greener on the other side. No
Yeah.
team that he's played for has taken care of him like the Magic did because the Magic kept Dwight Howard. I'm not going to say kept him out of a lot of shit, but they kept the shit that was happening to him on the low.
I also
Cause
think it was bad timing with the back injury because a back injury with a
yeah,
big man is different. It's like a leg
yeah,
injury with a guard. You're probably not ever going to be the same.
yeah,
Like, unfortunately, that really seems to be the case with big men. So I
yeah,
think it was him leaving and the back injury that kind of like ruined his career.
yeah. But I'm sentimental with players coming back home, and
Hmm.
I mean, we're right down the road, so we could see how that city embraced him and cherished him. And I think it would be great for him at the end to have that, but I just don't see how it works with this current roster. I don't.
I,
Um,
I mean, I say the same
yeah,
thing. Like
yeah.
we're this roster is meant for something else right now. We don't need to be worried about bringing back legends. I guess right now, that's not. You want to be sentimental about someone going back home. That's what you should appreciate the LeBron James Cleveland trip, as I know you do.
You know, you're the biggest piece of shit I have ever met because LeBron wasn't homegrown in Miami, of course. But
Hmm.
anyways, anyways,